Very long time. 44, 45 years.
All deer hunts?
Nope. Moose hunts, fishing trips, snowmobiling trips, drinking trips. Yeah, that's about it. Skiing. Yeah, pretty much everything.
Big crowds?
Way back we had bigger crowds. They've gone their own ways. Things have changed. Crowds are coming back though. Third week's been pretty steady up here for better part of 25 years anyways. We used to always have snow third week, which is why we stayed with it. Now we get snow once in a great while up here. We had snow a little bit up in the hills a few afternoons this week. There's still a trace up there now, but you gotta get up in the elevations.
Probably pushing coming up here like 30 years, I'd say. Started coming up with the old man and carrying a BB gun, snowmobiling, deer hunting. We had some exciting hunts that most of you know the stories behind.
Now we picked it up. It was a neighbor's daughter originally put the place here. It changed hands a few times, and we were looking for a camp, and this one came up for sale, and it fitted our need, and we jumped on it.
How long you had the game?
7 years.
7 years.
2015. October 28th, 2015. So when I was a young kid, the original Trails End owner was from Berwick. And that's what started us coming up here. There was a big presence of Berwick people when I started coming up here 40 years ago. Another family had moved up and they opened up black bear camps, and we actually went to school with those guys. So it was pretty interesting back then. And now those things are still here. Now black bear camps is gone, but Trails End's gone to its second owner since Tiger owned it. Those were early day snowmobiling trips. Back when the snowmobiles, you'd hit 35, 40 miles an hour on a good day. They rode hard. We didn't go as far as, now you put 100 miles on a day. Back then you probably put 10 miles on a day, and it was a big day, if you didn't have any breakdowns. So things have really changed a lot there.
Yeah, so it was just come up and, 10-year-old kids start deer hunting and shooting partridge, staying at my dad's friends' camps. And there'd be 6, 10, 15 different people between the camps. And as they're kind of getting older, lives change. They get kids, grandkids, priorities take over, they move on, and it's just, my dad purchased the camp 2015, and just kind of see well, Duty said it best. Duty said, Eustis is changing. And it is. And that's, you get, it was my dad and all his buddies, and now we're building a camp here. So we're changing it over, and almost like a changing of the guard, so to speak, but the legends are still here. Duty's still here. Sonny's here until he goes to Florida. One of these years we'll get him to stay again. But just they kind of came and went, and you know, there was all kinds of different guys, and as they kind of go, our camp's building, and you know, Spencer's been coming up. Rodney came up this year since he's been up. So just grow our group and make our hunting party out of our camp and make Tibbetts Lodge, you know.
Our third week crowd has recently changed. One of the guys has moved to Florida for the winter months, and he was a big part of it. Because the other camp, you know, their children are getting big, and they're staying home with grandchildren and all that good stuff. Yeah, that's one of the originals. Yep. We drank a lot more beer back then. Yeah, good times. We still see those boys up here once in a while. 2 of them were up this week. Not much has changed there. Still a pretty good time.
Yep, my first time up to Tibbetts camp. Most of the time it's always just been me, pretty much. Me and my son, for the most part. But back when I was younger, my grandparents and grandfather and everyone used to do a lot of hunting on Saturdays, and everyone would meet up there, have breakfast and stuff. So this was a lot like that. I've always heard about people going up to deer camp and everything, and never got an opportunity. I've always hunted down home, so I was very excited. And it lived up to all my expectations. We saw a lot of sign in the woods. Met a lot of cool people. So that was cool. Got to hang out with Rick, which was very fun, exciting. He's a nice guy, so never really got to spend time with him before. So my first experience up here, it's been really nice. There's a lot of sign up here. I didn't run into any hunters up here, which is a big difference from down home. Down home, you know, you get little 40-acre pieces you can hunt, and up here you're hunting hundreds and hundreds of acres, and you don't run into a single person, and it's so much better. It's, you know, even though there's less deer, you're seeing a lot more sign, and just because you get out and explore a lot more areas. So I think it's a cool experience, and I definitely like to keep doing it.
Recording. What are we doing, Rodney?
Going to get Spencer's big doe.
Big doe. Get in the sled. Yeah, baby. Wish I could figure this thing out.
All right, we got everything.
Rodney says we got everything.
We got everything.
Spencer just whacked a doe.
Let's go get them.
Tuesday, 3rd week. We're off.
I think the first time I got invited to the Tibbetts camp was would have been Ashley's moose hunt in 2020 or 2021. 2020. and I was doing a little filming of the turkey hunts, and Adam asked me if I wanted to film the moose hunt. I said I'd give it a shot.
Hey Spencer, you got a copy? Spencer, come in. Hey, what are you doing up there? What happened?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, what are you doing up there? What happened up there?
What do you mean? I took a shot. Took it.
Did you get it?
Yeah,
You dragging?
I'm dragging.
We're dragging, baby!
So that was the first time here, and then that transitioned into, well, third week of November, deer camp, third week of November. So yeah, this will be my third year coming here. First year harvesting a deer.
What do you think?
Only you would shoot one up on top of a mountain.
Wouldn't have any other way.
Wait, y'all got it out?
Yeah. Heart, lung, and liver, so I didn't have a bag.
Okay.
All you're gonna hear in this video is my breathing.
Yeah. Looks like a good one.
She was a good one when she had her guts in her, I'll tell you. I said, oh, that's a pool winner. And I got her out. Good enough for me.
Oh.
That's what they look like.
Nice.
Beauty.
Well, it's very similar to what we used to have at the Goodrich camp in Savoyce for bear season. That's what it, you know, that camp's a bear camp, and it's the whole generational swing, you know. When I was 10, 13, it was, you know, my dad's group of friends at bear camp for a whole week, and then the surrounding camps, same thing. The Jonesy and the Polands, and it's very similar, and I think that's why I enjoy deer camp so much, is it brings me back to, you know, it's a whole week of just fun with your friends, you know, like, it's just, the hunting is just such a small part of the whole week, and it's just, you know, the success of harvesting an animal is just a minute part of the whole week of hunting. It's like Adam said it best, it's the icing on the cake. You know, it's not the reason. The reason we're here is to just take a break, clear your mind. But yeah, I do miss out about bear camp, but this is giving me that, because there wasn't that swing in generations. It's almost like it died. And it's something we can try to bring back, and it's not gone forever, but for now it's just dormant.
This week we shot some deer for the first time since we've owned the camp. Well, shot deer in Eustis, the tag in Eustis. First deer we've had hung up camp. Guess we've been too busy working on the camp. Done a lot of work too. Had some doe permits up here. We haven't seen them in a long time. So that made things, the conditions were tough. The conditions were very tough this week. So to get deer this week we did good. First deer hung on the pole at Tibbetts camp.
It was a little surreal. I've been coming up here for 3 years. The Tibbettses have had the camp for 7, and being the first one to put a deer on the game pole that Rick had, built for the camp was surreal. First thing I've been really a part of. It was great.
No, it's deer camp. It's good people, good times, camaraderie at night. You're hunting big woods, scenery. The deer's just an icing on the cake. That's it.